So here I am again for round number 4, trying to fix the leak on my Rapid Air Weapons HM1000x. Only difference is, so I got all these gaskets the last time, and it was with the valve body that the leak is from. So when I replaced the gaskets that I had last time, it was missing one. I ordered a new, I guess it's a valve and the gasket for that, or at least I hope it is. So we'll try this again, and hopefully this will be the last time for a while that I have to open this up. Well, in the end, I kind of realized that that little gasket here probably isn't what was leaking, because that would go into the hammer area, and I'm not sure where that would come out, but I don't think it'd come out the barrel. Almost seems like it would have to be this gasket or this gasket, where I started to wonder about how well this part seats into here that closes that valve. So I've cleaned this up and put a little bit of silicone grease on that black part. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm trying to make sure there's no debris in the gun or anywhere on this valve. I know any little particulate will make it leak, but I'm not sure. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but it still leaks. So I gave up putting this one away for a while. I've tore this thing apart 4 or 5 times. I'm sick of it. I don't feel like playing with it. I'll shoot my guns that work. This time I cleaned up every surface really well. I used just a little light amount of the silicone grease. I made sure every part fit very nice and it just didn't force anything. And it still leaks. So yeah, I give up. I'll shoot the guns that work for now, and next time I tear this apart, I'll try to do it my own way. I'll put more grease on it, maybe put different washers. I know it's the valving. I don't know what's wrong with the valving, but I'm frustrated with this thing. Good luck to any of you that have one of these that are leaking. If you finally did figure your raw out on your own, put in the comments how you fixed it. Much appreciated. Or maybe where do I buy an entire valve, because on the raw website there's not a valve, there's a little pin that goes in the valve, but not the valve itself. So I don't know, give up. So I've come to the conclusion that it actually might be this thing right here. That seats up against that brass, and that would have air in that chamber, whether the gun is cocked or not cocked, and allow air probably to escape through the breech at a rapid pace. And this part is kind of a hard plastic, so I've kind of cleaned that up. I haven't really paid much attention to this part because I was paying attention to the O-rings. I'm really hopeful that this is it, because I was pretty much all but done giving up. I was going to put this thing away for the next several months and shoot other things, but I might try to order that little black part, and I'm going to clean this up and put a little bit of silicone grease on that and see if it seals it up or if it changes the result. So after much frustration, basically 5 times taking the gun apart, it wasn't one of the O-rings at all. It was that little piece that's on the end of the spring that's on this, that sits against that brass. I don't know why that didn't register to me, that basically the bottle goes through the regulator into this large cavity that has a hole into this space, and that plug would have to be sealed well, otherwise it just bleed out the breech or the barrel all the time. Now those other O-rings would also allow it to leak out, depending on how it was configured, it could potentially leak through that little pin and out where the hammer is. Also, those other gaskets could allow it to leak up through the breech in the barrel. But if you're having a problem with one of these and you replaced all the O-rings and you're just beating your head against the wall trying to figure it out, because I certainly have, and I wasn't looking for the right places online to figure out how to fix it, and I'm not very good at knowing what the name of the parts are on this, but it was that little black piece that is on the end of that spring that sits against that brass valve. I cleaned that up a little bit with a little bit of sandpaper, fine sandpaper, put some silicone grease on that, and there it is. It's not leaking for now. Hope this video is helpful. Again, I know I was super frustrated with this. Comment below if you found the same thing or if this was helpful. Thanks.